Let's find the volume and surface area of this pyramid. So one key thing to remember is that the volume, let's begin with the volume. The volume of the pyramid is equals to 1/3 of the volume of a box. So we know that the box formula is going to be length times width times height. So the volume of a pyramid is going to be length times width times height, which is 6 times 6 times 4. Since this is a square bottom, this is 6, 6, and the height is 4. Using our calculator, we get a volume of 48 meters cubed. So this here is the volume of a pyramid. Now, given this volume of a pyramid, we would be able to immediately know the volume of this box. Given the same base and the same height, the box that's enclosing this pyramid would have a volume which is 3 times this amount. Similarly, if we're given the box, we would know the volume of the pyramid by taking the volume of the box and dividing by 3. Now let's find the area. The area of the pyramid is equals to the area of the bottom. The area of the bottom is a square plus the 4 triangles. There's a triangle here on both sides, they're the same, and the front and back, they're the same as well. Because we have a square base bottom, all 4 triangles, and these triangles are leaning sideways a bit. So this is going to be 4 times the area of these identical triangles. So the area of a square is going to be 6 times 6. And the area of a triangle, the formula you should memorize, is base times height divided by 2. Now this is the tricky part. You need to focus on what is your base and your height. What we have here is the triangle we need to focus on is here. So let's focus on this yellow triangle. And focusing on this yellow triangle, we can see this is a right angle triangle here, this Pythagorean theorem. And this here, this triangle's height is this red line. This is the height. Let me just use the color black. So this here is the height of the triangle, focusing on this yellow triangle. Do not confuse this height with the number 4. This is the height of the pyramid. So here we have to think about the height of the triangle. As we're focusing on this triangle formula, we're focusing on this height. Now the base, not the base here, but the base of the triangle is from here to here, which happens to be 6. So the base here is going to be 6. So this here is 6, and the height here, the h value here, it has to be computed. We're not sure what it is yet, and we have to use the Pythagorean theorem. So as you're figuring out how long this distance here is, don't write down 6 accidentally. It's halfway across. So it's not all the way across, it's halfway. So half of a 6 is going to be 3. Recognize the 3, 4, 5 triangle. So h is equals to 5. This Pythagorean triple is such that we memorize 3, 4, 5. Another way of figuring out h is to say that h squared is equals to 4 squared plus 3 squared. And using the Pythagorean theorem, you can figure out that h is equals to 5, taking the square roots of both sides. So this h value is indeed 5. So calculating all this out, we have the area of the pyramid is equals to 96, and we're talking about meters, so I'll say meters squared. Area is always in units squared, and volume is always in units cubed, don't forget. So of these 2 sub-questions, volume and surface area, please don't confuse them. I would say that the area is easier. the area is actually harder than the volume. For the volume, you should remember that the volume of such shapes as the pyramid is 1/3 of that of the box. Similarly, when you have a volume of a cylinder, the volume of a cone given the same base and height is also 1/3. So that's something to memorize. Remember not to make a mistake when you draw your diagram. Remember which is your h value. Focus on the triangle. Make sure you copy all the information correctly, not accidentally just copying the numbers in, but recognizing that this length here is half of the total distance here.